Now in Israel, a 3-week nationwide lockdown, the first such reimposition, has come into force, sparking anger because it's coinciding with Jewish New Year celebrations. Well, I asked Dr. Ran Nir Paz from West Jerusalem's Hadassah Medical Center if the decision to impose the lockdown was the right move.
It's a good question and a good debate, but the debate also exists within the physician or the epidemiologists, whether the lockdowns is the measure which is correct for this moment. But Israel currently is in a very bad situation. We are currently number one in the world in the number of active cases per million people. So there are not too many options left for reducing the rates and not jeopardizing health.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned it is an interesting debate, and let me press you on this a bit further, because some people have said, the only reason why Benjamin Netanyahu has imposed this lockdown is because he's facing so many political protests.
That's correct in only partially. Indeed, there are protests and there's indeed debates within the people in the country regarding Netanyahu's position, but that's not the issue. Currently, we are in a very bad situation, corona-wise, and for such a bad situation, extreme measures are needed. Since there was at least very partial cooperation of the people with the measures needed, and indeed the high holidays are coming in. The Jewish New Year, with the holidays associated with this, are coming in. And I suspect for that reason the lockdown was chosen. From one thing, economy is going down anyhow in this season, and from the other part of it, an extreme measures are needed. And while trying to do some minimal lockdowns in specific regions didn't work out, so a more extreme measure was needed.
Now, across Europe, we've seen here, as we've been reporting, a rise due to perhaps children going back to school. The young people have been blamed for ignoring the advice that they've been given and gathering in large groups. Has that been the same situation in Israel?
So, yes and no. So the main issue that indeed school is a major driver for the increased number of cases. That was anticipated, that is known around the globe for a few months now. Nevertheless, a country needs to have a scheme how to open schools, because schools, it's a pertinent issue for the society to behave. And as long as you don't have good measures to open schools, it's going to break down. That's what the situation in Israel. Few of the schools were opened in 20th of August, and that caused a major rise in cases. The rest of schools were open September 1st, and that was indeed another driver for rising numbers. And as I think Dr. Ryan from the WHO says, schools opening is important, but you need to know to open them safely, and you need to bring down disease before opening them.